The president is on vacation, but the wheels of Washington continue to roll along.
That's right. Loyola Marymount political science professor Fernando Guerra joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So a lot of the talk now about the leaks and stopping the leaks, and of course how journalists are involved in some of these leaks. How much success do you think there can be to actually stop leaks?
You know, the journalists aren't the problem. It's the White House. It's chaos, backstabbing, competing agendas, and that's what causes leaks. And you can't take that out of politics. It's been in existence forever. Every administration has suffered leaks. This is a little bit worse. I am troubled by these leaks about with the conversation with the president of Mexico and the conversation with the Prime Minister of Australia. That is problematic. The purpose of the leaks was to show that, you know, Trump lies, exaggerates, etc. We have plenty of information on that. We didn't need these leaks to prove that. I mean, I think a significant leak is something that shows you that the government was hiding something and it's been kept from the American people. That hasn't been kept from the American people. And then the ramifications, of course, is that foreign leaders are now going to be a little bit hesitant about what they say to our president, not only this one, but in the future. So this is a leak that is very problematic.
Now, National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster is the latest Trump administration official to be taking heat. Do you think that he'll be looking for a new job soon? I mean, we've seen a lot of turnover recently, Professor.
It could be him. It could be Attorney General Sessions. It could be Secretary of State Tillerson. I mean, this is like Games of Thrones. You just don't know who's going to disappear in the next episode. And, you know, everybody's insecure in this White House, and that creates a lot of other problems. The only two people that aren't insecure are Ivanka and Kushner, and they may leave for a variety of different reasons on their own accord, but they won't be pushed out.
There have been a lot of complaints about presidents taking too much vacation, and even President Trump complained about, you know, President Obama taking a long vacation, and now he's off. But it's being called a working vacation, you know, 2 weeks. Do you think that Americans really care how much time a president takes off?
No, I really don't. I mean, first of all, this is a 24/7 job. Presidents are never on vacation, and I just don't even understand the vocabulary of why they even say that. They are never on vacation. They get a daily briefing no matter what. They make multiple decisions. They have all kinds of important conversations. A president is never on vacation. A president is never alone. In a sense that he can't be communicated with. So stop using the word vacations. Once you're sworn in and until you leave, you are on the job 24/7. That's the way it is. We should take out presidential vacations as part of a vernacular.
As a political science professor, I know that you study national politics, but you also specifically focus on Los Angeles. I want to take a turn real quickly. We know that in 2028, the city of Los Angeles is now almost set to host the Olympic Games. There's a few formalities to get through. Do you think for the most part Angelenos support hosting the games again? I know you hear a lot of people say, oh, the traffic, we're not ready for this. On a whole, what do you think, Professor?
Oh, it's not what I think. It's what Angelenos think. At Loyola Marymount University, we have conducted several surveys, one just last a couple of weeks ago, and we asked Angelenos, what do they think about hosting the Olympics again, specifically in 2028? And it was overwhelming. 83% of Angelenos want the Olympics. Those who oppose and strongly oppose are in the single digits. So, of course, they will get some airing because we have to say, hey, who's the opposition? But very few Angelenos are opposed to the games. They understand that the games are going to be fantastic for the city. They, of course, are concerned about the cost. They're concerned about traffic. But all of that and the excitement mitigates that. And Angelenos overwhelmingly, not only according to our poll last month, to a poll we did last year, but to a poll that the International Olympic Committee did, all of these polls show overwhelming support for the Olympic Games by Angelenos.
In 2028, so we've got 11 years to get ready.
Right. The decision, the official decision will be made in September, but it looks like it's all lined up.
Yes, a lot of things can happen in 11 years.
Oh, yeah.
All right, thank you so much,
Professor.